Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever GMA exclusive interviews with Zac Crush. And our first guest today is Tommy Hayden, former UFC fighter and now partner of Wildcard MMA, based in Bangkok, Thailand. Tommy, how you doing today, man?
Excellent, Zach. You know, I love coming out here to Saigon, Vietnam. It's my first time ever, and it's just been a fantastic experience. The highlight, of course, has been GMA, Gods of Martial Arts. I mean, what an amazing platform you guys are creating here. And on top of that, just the entire like venue feel that you guys have created is second to none. It's excellent.
It's an honor to be a part of it. And they let me be a part of it. It's such an honor for me. And it's amazing to see the design that goes into this, you know, and like every single attention to detail that Johnny does. Like he personally, a lot of the things that you see, a lot of the details, he is actually designing himself, you know, and you don't really see that a lot. In MMA promotions and things like that. So for you to say that, it means a lot to us.
Well, so my business partner and I, last night after the show, we were talking about the specific attention to detail. And one of the things my partner pointed out that he liked the most was that the round girls, they don't carry a card. Instead, it's a scroll, which is just cool.
Angels. We don't have ring girls. We have angels here.
Angels. I'm sorry. Angels. And they were divine, like angels.
Divine. Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, of course, like one of my favorite things is the legendary warriors from all of these different countries and the lanterns hanging up here. It's just fantastic. The whole feel, the whole, you know, pageantry behind everything. It is absolutely fantastic.
It's amazing. And the music.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Like the music between the fights.
Yep.
I get into it every time. I love it.
Yep.
It's amazing, and it's so unique.
Yeah.
And then even, you know, there's a certain feel when you're here at a GMA event, right? That cannot be reproduced.
Yeah.
But even if you're watching it on YouTube or Facebook, immediately you know it's a GMA event.
Oh yeah.
It's so unique.
Yeah, and I mean, it comes down to the fighting arena, right?
Yeah.
You got your hexagonal ring over there.
Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful rings I've ever seen, and the fact that you guys, you know, have it assembled and it's so solid and sturdy, so you're not disassembling, reassembling, and messing with stuff. Like, it's just there, solid, sturdy, and it's. I guess you move it in and out whenever you're having your competitions.
I mean, it's not me that personally picks it up by myself, but there's a few people who do it. Yep. But yeah, they've developed a lot. Think about this. Their first event was in August. Yeah. And every single event is like 10 times better than the one before. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I mean, and it's just amazing. I mean, just this venue here, the cafe, like, you know, you see the mural over there with those are the GMA champions from last year. Yeah. Right. So and then you've got the flags for every. You got wild card right there.
It's right up there.
You know, and so it's celebrating, you know, not just the traditions, but the teams behind the traditions. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Such as wild card. And in the countries they came from.
Yeah, so. And I mean it's creating a great platform for the sport to grow, and that's what we need, right? In general, and especially in Southeast Asia, it's kind of a new burgeoning scene, and so, you know, having organizations like this pop up and providing more platforms for the sport to evolve is just it's wonderful, and it's something I'm definitely going to come back out myself just to see and be a part of.
Yeah, for sure. So, a quick question. I mean, you fought in the UFC. Yep. And you know what that feels like. So, what's the difference? I mean, what's it like going to the UFC and fighting, and compared to this?
So, I mean, for now, this is a regional promotion that will expand more within the Southeast Asian region and then grow potentially to a global movement. When you're trying to compare walking out into an arena filled with thousands upon thousands of screaming fans to a far more intimate setting like this that is more, I want to say, niche driven at this point, it's difficult to compare that.
Yep.
Because you've got the number one stage in the world for this.
Yep.
Versus the number one stage in Vietnam, which, again, walking from the changing rooms to being in the ring and ready to fight is, that's a 1 minute journey, but it's about 10 meters, maybe 5 meters, something like that.
Yeah.
While the UFC, you're walking a couple 100 meters from the tunnel to the cage. So it's a different thing. It's a different feeling, different energy and atmosphere, but that's not to take away from anything here, because what you guys are doing is you're creating something here.
Yes.
And I think the creation of this specific environment will be key to the success of MMA growth here in Vietnam. And that's really what the goal is, correct?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. So just real quick, your fighters that fought on Friday night, how do they feel after the fights?
I mean, they absolutely loved it. They love the way you guys treated them. They love how accommodating everybody's been, and they've really enjoyed their time here in Vietnam as well. So it's something where they would love to come back. They would love to have this opportunity. And again, I love, and I know they love, and my partners in Wildcard Gym, they love the fact that there is a new promotion that is reaching out to other countries, neighboring countries in Southeast Asia, and really trying to incorporate MMA from all these countries to see, okay, what is your traditional martial arts background and how does it translate into our MMA ring here? And it's absolutely phenomenal what you guys are doing.
And that's good to hear, Tommy, because when we're here at GMA, we're doing the plan, we're doing the logistics, and we have a small team. We're basically a startup that's growing very fast, and that's our goal. And we haven't gotten a lot of feedback from that, just because we've just been so busy with everything. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So.
Yeah, man, I really can't wait. I love that, when we got here, I saw all the heavy bags hanging up. Some of them are hung back up right now. So it's even as a gym, this place is wonderful. But then when you pulled up all the mats and I see this nice wood flooring underneath it, again, the attention to detail, everything here is just so fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's cool because, it's fun. It's fun to train here.
Yeah.
Because they the few times I've coached here, the wrestling and the grappling and stuff, and these guys are always showing up on time. They got their uniforms and everything. And if they don't, if there's any uniform discrepancies, they got to come and they got to kick that bamboo, 50 times or something with their shins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just such a cool tradition. You know what I mean? It's just there's and the fighters live here too.
Okay.
They live here.
That's good.
So it's, this is really a strong community here. And then you've got the mural over there. Those are all the champions from 2023. And then, 2024. And then, because last year was only Vietnamese, as we know.
Yeah.
Right. And then the next mural will be whoever wins the international.
This year, right?
Year.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
I can't wait to see your successive events this year and see how the tournament unfolds.
I can't wait either. And honestly, I myself had big expectations for GMA this year. Both events already this year just blew my mind, man. It was just crazy.
Well, you guys have an excellent flow that keeps the event moving really well. Yeah. Extremely well, and that's important, right? So what you guys have done, the attention to detail, everything that you're doing, it seems very much to be on the path to success. And again, I love seeing that. I love seeing the sport growing. It's so phenomenal. And I can't wait to come back to Vietnam. I've been now to every country in Southeast Asia.
Really?
And I got to say, of my short time here, it's had the best first impression of the rest of the countries. Like, now Thailand's obviously my home. I love Thailand, but I won't bat an eye with the opportunity to come back here again.
Well, you'll be back. You'll be back, Tommy. Yeah, for
yes.
sure. Remember, you're a judge, man.
You're a judge see, that's
international.
Yeah, I feel so blessed that I get to be involved in this when it comes to like the more international competitions later on in the year. So like, that's such an honor, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
awesome. So tell us about your Combat Matrix.
So Combat Matrix, we're a startup also, and we want to provide a platform to help fighters grow socially, because, and socially, I don't mean actual like socializing with people. Sorry,
Well, that's what I need.
Here's how to be smooth. No, we want to help build fighters' profiles on social media platforms to make them more marketable, to give them a larger footprint in the industry.
Okay.
And that's what we're working on, and we've got this app that we've built called the Fight Companion, Combat Matrix Fight Companion. Go download it, iOS, Apple Store, and of course Google Play. And what it allows you to do is it allows fans to log in, view fight cards that are on there. They can actually predict fights on there by simple touch of like, this fighter's going to win or this fighter's going to win. But you can also click on the fighter's Instagram handle, and that takes you to their Instagram page. So then you can follow the fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, because from a promotional standpoint, like, yes, you're looking for the best fighters and the brightest athletes. Of course you are. That's what you always want. But when you're bringing in people from an international perspective, what do they bring to your show?
Yeah.
How many viewers will watch your event because this person is here?
That's actually that's a great point.
Right?
That's a great point.
And so what we're trying to do with the Fight Companion is, one, gamify your event, and up to you guys, you can give away free merch or whatever for people who predict all the fights right? You can gamify the thing, make the event a little bit more interactive for the fans, and then encourage the fans to go follow their new favorite fighters.
Yeah.
The fighters that impress them the most, go follow these guys. Because what it will do is it will help their social media reach, get more engagement. And from the engagement, that builds their presence even more online, which makes them more interesting for larger shows.
Yeah, so it's helping everyone.
It helps everybody. It helps the industry grow. And really, one of the things that I learned as a young fighter, and I was this guy, that people are going to love me when they watch me fight. It doesn't matter. I don't need to speak. I don't need to be on social media. And boy, I was wrong. You need to be on social media. You need to speak. You need to be a star. And that's one of the things that GMA does really well, is they're creating stars out of this.
Yes.
They treat the fighters like they should be treated.
Like celebrities.
Yeah, like celebrities. And you need to be that as a young, aspiring fighter. You need to really find your niche and then grow that niche in order to become attractive to promotions like yourself.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And the fighters themselves, how do they register on the platform? Is it pretty easy?
Yeah, I mean, you can go to combatmatrix.com. You can log in, sign up, register. If you download Fight Companion, that's something where it's more of a business-to-business deal right now, where we would be talking to you guys to bring your events on, and then from there, we get the fighters registered and everything like that.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to make my job a lot easier, because if all the social media is all in the same place, you know, because like doing research on these guys, you know, trying to find Instagram, maybe they have an Instagram, maybe they don't, you know, maybe they share the same name. So that's going to make, you know, like the promoters and the recruiters like myself, my job easier as well. So, and this sounds pretty fun, man. You know, I haven't heard of anything like this.
Yeah, well, you know, we're trying to do a little innovation and see what we can do, and see if we can make it more fun for everybody. You know, by growing people, you grow the sport.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so that's really my goal now, as kind of an old retired guy, is to just help grow the industry as much as possible, and whether it's one championship or Ryzen or the UFC or PFL, or it doesn't matter. Growing the industry should be something that everybody within the industry works together on.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's relatively a new thing, I think. You know, and if we realize that we're all one team in a sense, then everyone's going to benefit.
Everybody wins. At the end of the day, everybody can win. You know, and reaching out and tapping new markets like you guys are doing here in Vietnam. Obviously, you're the first in, best dressed. I
got to be something. You know, can't be the best grappler or fighter, but I can be, or speaker, but I can be the best dressed.
The best dressed.
Okay? That's why I told you to wear jeans and do the collar shirt.
There we go. You got me. No, but you know, you guys are the first in, best dressed here in Vietnam. You're cracking a new industry. Like, you're tapping into a market that is a brand new market, and that's what we need. You know, that just brings more eyeballs to the industry, allows for more industry growth. So again, it's excellent what you guys are doing here, and like, that's where me personally, I would love to help GMA gain more traction in Thailand, for instance.
For sure, man.
And across the globe.
Yes. We'll do it. We'll do it, man.
I mean, that's what we should do, is work together and elevate the sport.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, man. Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Thanks,
Zach.
For coming
I appreciate it.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, anything else you'd like to say while the world's watching?
Vietnam, you're awesome. I can't wait to come back. GMA, you guys are great. I love what you're doing here. You know, I can't wait to see 5 years in the future where this organization is, because I can only imagine it's going to grow by leaps and bounds, and I'm very interested to see where GMA takes its journey.
Dude, it's going to be crazy, dude, because there's going to be like 4 more countries next year, dude.
Wild. That's awesome.
I mean, this is unprecedented.
Yeah.
In MMA, it's just. I'm just glad they let me be part of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Likewise, awesome. I get to be part of this, and this is phenomenal, man.
Yep, and you're part of the first ever GMA exclusive interviews with Zac Crush.
There we go.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tommy.
Thank you, Zach.
Glad to have you on there.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.